Chase.
Pretty sure it's save.
I think it's gonna work. Save and load.
Uh-oh. We have lost him.
Chase, I think you're the one that are losing. I don't.
Uh-oh. Bye.
This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
Hi there.
Hey, I don't have to be the one to go first this time. Love to hear it.
So we brought Chase and Noah back on.
I've never been here.
This is the first time I've been on with Noah, so this is exciting.
That's true. These two haven't spoken in 15 years.
I'm not even 15 years old.
Oh, shit. That's an impressive beard for a 15-year-old.
I shaved like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Okay, I finally figured this out.
Noah's working through some technical difficulties unrelated to the show.
Welcome to the technical difficulties experience with Daniel, Noah, and Chase.
Keep in mind, all Noah does all day is work through technical difficulties on a computer.
I mean, kind of. Okay, I'm good. I figured it out.
Solutions.
I figured out how to save. Turns out it's the save button. You know, it's
press the save button to save. That's a revolutionary
simpler than it is because it was difficult to find the save button. The save button is under games. Why is the save button under games in the menu? It's dumb.
Save your game.
Oh, someone.
Progress.
Yeah, but
I think it sounds pretty straightforward. Do we have it? What? Oh, at least it's almost coming in. We're doing a show. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but we have a new theme song to the show.
We have a theme song.
There is a theme song.
What's the theme song?
Listen to it at your convenience by going to last week's episode.
Or you can just tell us what it is.
People it was an original.
Sung by who?
There's no vocals. If you don't like it, Owen did it. If you do like it, it was mostly me.
I see.
Mostly you. What instrument?
It's just we just threw it together in GarageBand.
Nice.
GarageBand, is that still a thing? Wow, I remember doing that like middle school.
Well, I wanted Owen to do something like on the piano, but he didn't.
Are you in? You're in Florida, aren't you?
Currently, I'm in Florida. He's out doing plane stuff, so.
He's doing plane stuff, you say?
Yeah.
I went to the Air and Space Museum in D.C. last weekend, or not, 2 weekends ago, and I thought, I wonder if Owen's ever flown in any one of these. Because I know how much he likes ships, even though those were planes.
It's a sky ship.
Surprisingly, he chose one of the planes that goes nowhere near ships. So.
Chase, where do you live?
I live in Macon.
What the fuck's in Macon?
A bunch of old shit.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been
a lot
there.
of haunted locations. Some dirt mountains built by.
That's not where you're from, is it?
That is in fact where I'm from.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Didn't remember.
Yeah, I ended up back here middle of last year.
Okay.
All kinds of fun shits happened since then.
It's a lot closer to civilization than Daniel.
Well, he looks like he's in a house of some kind.
Well, right now he's in Florida. Right now he's in civilization.
Yeah.
Right
now I'm in a bustling city.
In your normal upstate New York, middle of nowhere.
The tundra. The frozen tundra out here.
Yeah, the frozen tundra.
No, I feel like it's pretty
Especially you're happy to be out there. How cold was it the other week, like over Christmas? It wasn't not much colder than like where I was.
Yeah, it was actually probably the same.
What was it like? Because I went to a football game outside.
I don't remember. It was probably like low 20s, if that.
Okay, it was colder than that. It was 13, or it was like 15. I was in Baltimore.
I think there were days where it's colder in Baltimore than in New York.
Yeah.
Baltimore gets pretty cold.
Not really. It doesn't snow a lot there, but it gets kind of cold.
It doesn't snow a lot, but it gets just as cold.
It gets cold, yeah.
It was like 5 degrees wind chill or whatever. And we were just sitting outside. It was just...
Dude, we had that polar vortex here. And that polar vortex here got a wind chill like 6 degrees. And I'm like...
It got to -7 at one point.
-7? Where are you at?
No, in Baltimore. I was just there for the weekend.
Okay. Gotcha.
But like Iowa was like -34. I had a friend in Omaha.
Fuck.
It was like -33 or something. It was insane.
Wow, that is...
It was cold.
I mean, that's the kind of weather... Isn't that the weather where you chuck the boiling hot water and it just freezes in the air?
I think it needs to actually be that weather, not wind chill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like the temperature.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about, and just like vaporizes, or turns to snow or something.
It's some instant like matter transition right there. Just Sub-Zero used Ice Beam.
Exactly.
Mixing my gaming franchises there.
What is Ice Beam from?
Pokemon.
Oh, okay. So I wouldn't have known that.
Technically, Sub-Zero is a Mortal Kombat character.
Yeah.
But he is an Ice Ninja, so that's pretty good.
Daniel, why can't you be an Ice Ninja?
He's busy being an Earth Ninja.
That is debatable. He's more like a Fire Ninja.
Oh, is he Zuko?
Do you know he's a firefighter, kind of?
Shit, really?
I still don't believe you. I mean, I believe you, but I like...
We got new t-shirts. Hold on, let me show you.
You got a new firefighting t-shirt? He like has to be trained in the art of firefighting.
I didn't bring it. No,
it's really cool, dude.
Our fire marshal got us new, like a sweatshirt and a t-shirt and a hat, but I forgot to bring it.
What does it say?
The
voluntary
shirt
fire, not voluntary.
Says like
you're detective.
Fire 9, like the site name, Fire Rescue or something like that. I don't remember. It's like generic enough.
Have you ever had to rescue anyone?
Not for real. Like we simulate it all the time.
If Chernobyl happened, would you go in?
Oh my god, no.
That's
fuck that. That's the robot's job now. They send those robots in there all the time now, and it's like the robot dies halfway through the building.
We have drones.
Stubs there.
We don't use our drones often enough, but we do have 2 drones. It was like 1 drone that we can use.
That's really cool. I didn't know you were a firefighter.
I mean, he's not really, but...
Well, close enough.
But he has abilities to... how do you...
He can fire bend. And water bend to put out fire. He fire bends.
I get a moderate amount of fire training.
My neighbors, they do a bonfire every Saturday. And I've discovered I just am a sucker for it. It's so good. Just like...
Okay.
Everyone else is like, ew, fire. I'm like, yeah, it's fire.
Pyro or something?
Jesus, really fire.
Yeah, I kind of had a thing when I was younger where I was
setting animals on fire.
No,
okay. Just make it
thankfully no. That was that'd be a little bit fucked up, but
burning yourself on purpose.
Well, accidentally all the time.
Iron on your face.
Yeah. Hopefully not. I mean, I got abused, but I don't recall fucking irons being poked into my face or anything, so.
Wait, okay, I'm just going to ignore that first part of that sentence.
Oh, we already did the trauma podcast. You don't want that again.
Okay.
How is Chandler, by the way? I haven't heard from him since.
I think I heard from him then. The last I heard from him was then as well.
How long ago was that?
Like a month ago. Maybe 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Why am I never on with all these interesting people like Chase and Chandler? Not that Elizabeth isn't interesting, but...
You're on right now with Chase.
I know, but like...
What?
I said before this.
Who do you normally come on with? I don't know.
It's always the same 3 people.
Is it Anuj and Daniel?
No, I've never been on with Anuj. Does he come on?
Really?
Yeah, he comes on every now and then.
Well, that'll be fun.
I was on like
it's always Elizabeth and Tanner, and sometimes
really?
John Roberts.
Oh, John Roberts. Oh man, that guy. He's such a guy.
Yeah, he's been on a couple times, and it's kind of funny.
I still don't know if it's real or not. Anyway, that's another discussion. Not Chief Justice, different guy.
You know what, Noah? Why don't you send me a list of people you want to be on, and I'll see if I can make that happen.
Just different people, I don't know.
Well,
what have you been up to,
respond. What have I been doing? Well, I'm in Jacksonville. Next topic.
I feel like I'm going to Jacksonville. I'm going to Jacksonville very soon. Bro, we might be in Jacksonville at the same time. Are you going to Jacksonville in the summer?
In the summer?
If you go to Jacksonville, I'll be in Jacksonville in the summer, or the spring, I guess.
Oh, let me know what date so I know when not to come.
So I'm going, I knew you were going to say that, so I can't tell you.
I knew you were going to do the comedy thing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean.
I come, every couple months maybe.
Oh my God, I gotta see Owen when I'm there. There's no doubt.
He might just be really busy that week, What week is it?
Shut up. I'm going for a wedding. Maybe I'll invite Owen as my plus one.
Oh.
Sorry, Garrett.
I have
Garrett's
not.
in the other room cooking me dinner. That's my boyfriend.
Nice?
I know, it's so sweet.
I think I'm supposed to cook dinner after this, but Owen did not leave me many ingredients. He's like, there's some chicken breasts and broccoli. Figure it out.
Hey, that's a good dinner. Put some spices on there.
Rice and broccoli.
I don't know if he has spices.
Lemon on the broccoli.
I don't think he has spices. I don't think
he doesn't have spices.
He doesn't have spice?
He has
spices. Salt, pepper?
He's got to have some stuff. He doesn't have a lot. It's a
limited. Get him a spice rack or something.
He also just got back because he was traveling the last couple of weeks, so he's only been back like a couple of days. So
what was he doing? Like flyovers at NFL games?
No, he just went to his parents' house
in New York.
Yeah.
So. New York, yeah.
New York. Owen has the least New York accent ever.
It's pretty thick.
He does not have any New York accent. For someone
people always used to comment on my lack of a Southern accent despite from being down here. So.
Yeah, I guess people from Atlanta don't have.
I was born in Macon.
But Macon's, I don't know.
It's a mix. Macon's a mixed bag, actually. It's.
I assume it has a lot more. I was just there, not just, but like earlier this year. My sister graduated law school at Mercer.
Mercer, yeah.
And
Mercer's a pretty place.
And there's just nothing there.
Yeah, the town's stuck in the 1800s.
Was it burned down?
So Sherman actually curved right as it was approaching.
That's why it's not.
We got a house called the Cannonball House, which is literally a house where you had a cannonball go through it from the Civil War, and it's just sitting in the floor, and they turned that into a historical monument.
Yeah, there's nothing like that in Atlanta, just because they got rid of everything. They got rid of all the remnants.
Well, this town's kind of, like I said, stuck, so it's probably arguably for the best.
Yeah.
I thought about burning some of the buildings down here myself. It's like...
Okay. Yeah, that fits along with the pyro theme.
Well, I'm a firebender at heart, so,
Do you come to Atlanta a lot? Or just...
Not really. I haven't been in Atlanta. I was in early last year to see some friends from Tech, my former roommates. They were at...
You should come to a game.
Are we good yet?
It doesn't matter. You come
to
see people. You come for homecoming,
Yeah, I've been wanting to come at some point. I just haven't had the opportunity, actually.
I haven't missed a home game ever.
Really?
It's like since I've been a student. I know it's crazy. It's kind of scary.
That's really good. I'm sorry you had to see the Collins era. Yeah. Jesus.
It's like get a life, yeah.
Well,
get a life, bro. It's like six games a year.
Sometimes 7, sometimes 5. Usually
it was 7 when we were in college, but I don't think there's been a 7 in a long time.
Really?
Also, there's never 5.
No, I think it could be 5 though.
Yeah, but it's not.
Most interesting. Yeah, I haven't caught a tech game since I graduated, so I've been meaning to go, but I was always wanting to go with people, and
Well, if you go for homecoming, there'll definitely be people there.
yeah,
So.
that's in October usually, right? Or is it?
Yeah, usually like the middle of October.
Middle of October. Okay.
So.
I'll definitely try to go this year.
Dan, you can come? He came, but not last year, but the year before, right?
Year before. I couldn't make it this past year. I don't know what my schedule looks like. I'll have a clearer picture at the end of April of whether I can come.
You're still doing the same 6 to 6?
Yeah.
Jeez. That's just... I'd rather...
12 hours?
Yeah.
I'd rather not work 12 hours than work 12 hours. I don't know.
Oh, do you do the 3 or 4 days a week thing? Or do you just do that every day? Oh, okay.
No, but it's like 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., right? Sometimes?
It could be. Could be nights, could be days.
And how much time do you get off in between? Like the shifts?
It still works out to about 40 hours a week.
No, but how many days do you get off in between shifting from night?
Well, right now, I've got the next 7 days off.
So it's 7 days to acclimate?
No, this is an anomaly. Every 5 weeks, it's a 5-week cycle, and one of those weeks you have 7 days off in a row. But most days,
usually do you have to acclimate?
Most times you get 2 to 3 days in between.
See, I was talking to somebody who's a nurse, and she switches from 7 to 7 and from 7 to 7, and she gets 1 day to acclimate.
Really?
I was like...
1 day is the minimum, yeah, obviously.
Have you ever done that? Just 1
No, I try to, that would be on overtime, right? And I avoid those days.
Yeah.
Usually, what do you count as 1 day? So for example, this past week, I worked Wednesday night, going into Thursday morning, right? Then I had Friday.
I guess then you would get Friday off.
No, yeah, I had Friday off, and I worked Saturday on overtime. So is that 1 day off in your mind, or is that a day and a half?
It's almost 48 hours, though.
Yeah, is that 2 days?
I don't know. Or it's not almost 48 hours. It's 36 hours, right? No, it is 48.
It's 48 hours.
I don't know.
You consider that 2 days off, even though Thursday is kind of a half day, because
I would still consider 1 day off because more 1 than 2. Because if I get 1 day off, I don't count the 8 hours. I'm not saying 8 hours of the day before where I don't work and the 8 hours of the day after I don't work. I mean, so I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out. No, yeah, it's harder. All I'm getting is it's kind of harder with nights. What do you count as a day off?
I don't know.
You count the day you worked into, the morning you worked into as a day off.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Whatever math floats your boat. I don't know.
Did you see the Bills game, Daniel?
Ooh.
The game that didn't happen?
Yeah, that was scary. Holy shit.
Yeah. So what's really important is I'm in the fantasy football championship, right? And I was losing by, I don't know how many points, 6 or 7, and he had Jamar Chase and I got Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow throws a touchdown the first drive. I take the lead by a point, and then the game is over. So what happens? Do I win? We haven't decided yet.
We spin that into a positive, yes. Yeah, I didn't catch the game, but I saw
the replay.
I was seeing the Reddit, and it's yep, this guy, what's his name, Hamilton. Hamilton, Jesus. Just cardiac arrest after getting tackled, right? Yeah,
it's a thing where if you get hit right above the heart during when it's beating, you get a heart attack. Will always happen if you get hit hard enough. But it's such a small time frame that it's just it's so rare because it's just you have to get hit in a spot in a specific part of the heartbeat. a specific time of the heartbeat. It's like 20 milliseconds.
Wow.
And that's what they think happened, which makes sense, but because it happens not a lot, but like when it happens in sports. A lot of times in baseball, when you get hit, like
Really?
teenagers will get heart attacks and die from getting hit on the chest with a baseball.
Oh.
Like it happened like 20 times a year, so it's not common at all. But I think that's what it said. I don't remember, but
Yeah, that looked like a freak accident, and it was pretty scary. I mean, the only thing I remember in watching football that reminded me of that was Shazier, Ryan Shazier from the Steelers.
that was final.
That's final though, yeah. I've never seen a guy like, MI on the field and.
There was the guy at Rutgers.
Oh, in college, gotcha.
Yeah. I think that was. I don't remember.
No? Okay.
Yeah, it was. It was like 10 years ago. But I mean, there's been like a couple of just heart attacks in sport. I mean, it happened at the Euros, right? At the Euros 2 years ago, or last year, or 2 years ago. With Christian Eriksen from Denmark, he had a heart attack in the middle of a game.
Really?
Yeah. And he's back playing.
Damn.
They put like something in his heart. I don't remember what it was. Not a pacemaker.
That's super impressive.
But yeah, and he's back playing. It's crazy. So
Huh.
The thing is, if you're gonna have a heart attack, have it at a sporting event where they have a defibrillator or whatever it's called.
An AED. They have those in a lot of public places as well.
Yeah, but not in your house.
Yeah. Maybe
I mean,
not.
I assume most people don't have one in their house.
Yeah, but like in every store, most stores.
Really? I didn't realize it was at every.
Well, not every store, but there's usually part of if they've gone through like the training. So in my last job, we went through CPR training, and we got to put those on the dummies. So we got to simulate the AED. So if they're like CPR certification stuff going on with that particular building or company, then it'll be there.
That I do have. I do have my CPR and first aid certification card.
I have it somewhere.
CPR?
Well, it's part of the fire training. It's like.
I heard if you don't break the ribs, you're not doing it hard enough.
Correct, actually, yes.
Kind of, yeah.
Scary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got to go deep enough, yeah. But you'd rather have cracked ribs.
Don't break my little ribs. Just let me die.
Will you die?
I don't want cracked ribs.
Well, who does? But I guess if you're
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say like have it with his defibrillator and with his like a bunch of medical personnel just on hand already.
Yeah, I mean that's ideal.
Yeah,
for sure. So I was going to ask, no, I haven't caught up with you in over 4 years, almost 5 years. So how have you been?
No, not almost 5 years.
4.5 at least.
Oh shit, I guess you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, time, man.
No, almost 4 years. 3.5.
3.5? Well,
we graduated in 2019.
Yeah, but was I in pep band this semester with you?
Well, and anyways, in that case, it would have been 4 years, yeah.
4 years, yes. Long time.
Let's just say 4 years. I know. What's up with me? My life is fine. Just dandy. I still live in Atlanta, just outside Atlanta. I mean, like, not in the city, but metro Atlanta.
Yeah.
And Noah's engaged now, too.
Oh.
I'm
really?
not engaged.
Let's throw in a dart, you know?
That is not true. I'm dating.
It's inevitable.
We've not even been dating for a year. I don't think you get engaged. Well, my mom got engaged after 3 months of dating, but that's.
Oh.
Well.
That
was also like 1935. or whenever she was dating my dad.
1930, brutal.
And also, they didn't last.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, it lasted like 20 years or something, but which is not.
Wow. Split after 20 years. That's a long time.
Of
My
marriage.
parents. Yeah. Yeah, mine split after 2 years, maybe.
Of marriage?
If that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had me,
Yeah,
and
okay, they
it
didn't
was
have
already
me
failing
until
by that point. So
10 years after they were married.
Mm-mm. So yeah. Well, congrats on almost a year, right?
Of what?
Your relationship.
Oh yeah, I guess it is almost a year. It'll be like, what, February something.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Chase? What have you been up to?
Oh God, a lot of personal work.
That's
Yeah, it has not been fun, I will say, but it's been extremely meaningful. So, yeah, I could say I could write a book about it at this point, honestly.
Hey man.
I was gonna say, you're being very vague about it. You're like, I did some things, and it changed me, and
yeah,
now I'm here.
I mean, y'all can ask. I mean, I
Well,
don't.
Are you working?
Actually, not right now. Well, sort of, not right now. I kind of work. I picked up kind of a side gig with an old friend of mine from the job I used to work at, and I do things with him a couple times a week. But no, I left my prior job in first week of December.
Was that in Macon?
No, that was my analytics job at it was a company called Halstead. I was based out of Smyrna, and so I moved to Austell, which was near Smyrna, for about
Okay, well that's
10 months.
pretty much Atlanta.
Yeah, it's west of Atlanta, and it's kind of a graveyard.
Austell, but Smyrna's pretty. Oh, you lived in Austell. Okay.
Yeah, well, sort of. I lived in like this complex that was in between Austell, Mableton, Smyrna, that kind of area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was a dump, so it was good I got out of that. But yeah, so I was up there for a while, and then I moved back here when we went fully remote, and then did my own, as I'm alluding to, my own personal shit, and I'm like, I can't work this job anymore, so I left, and probably transitioning careers into something more service oriented. So,
what was your major?
Physics.
That's right.
Science,
exactly.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Yeah, I've been working at the same place for almost 3.5 years.
Wow.
Which is like I'm the only person I know, I guess besides Daniel, that just has the same job.
Do you like it?
I know tons of people that have the same job.
Yeah. Okay, I know.
I can name one.
I know a few, but I guess you can name. But like a lot of people just like did not like their job and left.
Oh, no one wants to work anymore. That's.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, what is it called? Quiet quitting.
Quiet quitting, yeah. Well, it's like a lot of people are recognizing, shit, I ended up in the wrong place.
Yeah.
And I think it's better for everybody involved if they just leave.
You know what I've heard a bunch? Oh, I wish I would have been in IE.
Oh, really?
Who said that? Who's saying these things?
A bunch of people, and I'm like...
people are saying...
I'm loving hearing all this. I don't remember, but
yeah.
A bunch of people in my fraternity said that. I remember just like MEs who just now do like basic IE work.
Oh, yeah?
Just our consultants and stuff.
Yeah, people are saying these things.
People, I'm hearing them. People want to be industrial engineers. Not so imaginary now, huh? Exactly.
Well, I mean, I got to the point where I realized a lot of people end up in, like, you have an idea of what you want to do after you graduate, and that's going into college. They end up in places like first job, second job. It's like, this sucks. This isn't what I wanted to do at all. And
yeah, I really like my job, so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I guess, like I said, it's some people, right?
Yeah.
And then there's, the whole quiet quitting thing. It's like people realizing.
I still don't understand what that is. I still don't understand. I just heard the term and never looked it up. Is that just means you just stop working? Like, I don't understand.
No.
Then you'll get fired.
Well, that's complicated because companies don't want to pay unemployment. But what it is like you work at your job, but you do the bare minimum possible at the slowest human pace possible. And you almost do it out of spite, right? It's like, well, it's like you're not technically quitting the job because you're still collecting a paycheck, but you're not investing you into like the corporate structure or something like that, or it's a lot of thing in fast food and, the traditional service oriented jobs.
It's like Office Space, pretty much. Have you seen the movie?
Office Space is like an extreme of it.
The guy like goes to
in a way, yes.
He gets hypnotized and stops caring about work, and so he just doesn't go.
He just doesn't show up.
Okay,
Jason's saying you're doing the minimum job functions. You're just not going.
It was so funny.
Above and beyond, like you perhaps normally would have to. To personal advancement or whatever.
Oh, I experienced that actually because when I started that job, I was doing projects as soon as they came in, really motivated, liked it enough at least. And, it got to a point in my journey that I just was like, I cannot physically do this job anymore. I have zero motivation to do it anymore. And I realized, well, I got a chunk of change saved up and I'm, dealing with my own shit. So I'm not, I just need to let them know,
Are you living at home or do you have your own place?
So currently I moved back in when I came back here with my mom. Actually, we rented a townhouse in the north part of town.
See, that's how you save money. Unless you're...
Well, yeah, but also another reason was, she was in a pretty shitty location too, and she needed an excuse to get out of there. And I was like,
nice.
You need to get out. So, here's the plot, right? Some bad road. Oh God. Anyway.
Not sure where you're going with that.
Yeah, I don't know either. I was thinking about like the plot of some book or something, but anyway. But yeah, so we moved here in May of last year and I was working remotely at the time. And so yeah, that was how I got back to Macon.
Nice. Daniel, when are you moving back home?
Chase? I was going to say the Philadelphia Eagles are hiring a data analyst. So,
amazing. Well, they're going to...
Don't tell Garrett. He might leave me.
Does Garrett do analytics?
Also from Philly.
Oh, gotcha.
He went to Texas.
I made that up. They probably are hiring an analyst, but I don't know.
I remember watching a podcast with one of the PFF guys that had a connection to this one guy who did like strategy analytics for Philly at one point, and he was like talking about some of the behind the scenes stuff they do. It's like, oh yeah, we have our own models, we do all our stuff behind the scenes. It's really complicated. And
there's tons of guys that worked at PFF and now work for NFL teams, like the Eagles. I think the Ravens and Browns have.
Oh, for sure.
This.
Those teams are really research oriented. Shame about Cleveland. They were so close to turning it around.
I don't think shame about Cleveland has ever been said before that.
Oh, never, of course.
Uh-oh. Sorry, one sec.
Okay.
And then there were two. And then there were three.
I'm just gonna, Noah's got, for listeners, Noah's got his laptop bag. He's gonna start charging his laptop because he's got work to do after this. He's got to learn how to save things.
He's got what? Press Control plus S.
Masterclass on how to save anything.
It's actually difficult.
Sometimes they make it difficult to do what you need to do.
Yeah,
that's the world we live in today.
Yeah.
Not like back in my day when it was easier.
Back in my day, I could go to college at McDonald's. At McDonald's, by the way. I've heard that before, literally. They're misremembering anyway.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
Ugh.
But yeah, so. Well, personally, I'm in just kind of in the go with the flow transition finish my own personal work, and then figure out what I'm doing kind of phase in my life. So fun. It's very intuitive, not very structured.
Well, I think Noah is still looking for a roommate. So,
Oh,
Maybe.
is Garrett not doing it for you?
He's not my roommate.
You haven't moved in?
What? Why is everyone moving in after like 3 months now?
yeah, not before marriage, Jason.
Oh, okay, I see. You got to get the prenup first.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he lives right down there. He lives in Midtown. Like I live in Brookhaven. It's not far.
I was going to ask how Atlanta has been, but it's kind of Atlanta. It's just,
It's getting better. Like honestly,
really.
there's so many new places. Like West Midtown is popping now.
Oh, cool.
Like
So they finished all that construction that was there?
Whatever
Wow.
they finished, there's more.
It's just,
They'll never
bigger.
be finished with construction in Atlanta
Oh,
or
yeah.
any major city.
Fair enough.
There's like 85 new apartment buildings on Spring Street.
Holy cow. Wow.
Not 85, but I mean it's ridiculous. But no, it's a lot. I like it a lot better than I did college. There's a lot more to do.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing about a smaller place like Macon is just you have a lot of time for your own head and not much else. There's a couple bars, there's some music stuff at Mercer. You know, Mercer's got some stuff going downtown, but if you're into history, but you know, smaller places like that is, for me, it's like more nature oriented. So I make a point of every day now I actually go to there's a local college that has a trail behind it into the woods. So I go in the woods and run or work out or stuff in the woods. It's amazing.
Work out in the woods. What is
Yes.
that? You bring like weights
Well, you can
in
bring,
the woods, just doing some lifting.
well, you can actually, I mean, I've literally just lifted logs.
He
like
rolls out a
fucking-
Smith machine.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be.
Doing pull-ups on branches and it breaks and you fall.
Yeah.
Break.
Oh,
your
I've
neck.
tried the branch thing, and I'm like, I am not. This is not optimal when I'm like
Yeah.
swinging from a bar.
He's doing squats with rocks. He's holding rocks.
Squat.
Logs, thank you very much.
Logs. Yeah.
Yeah. Also
Squats
sword
with
fighting.
logs.
Literally,
Sword fighting.
Oh yeah, dude. When I was growing up as a kid, so I actually grew up half the time. My parents split when I was 3 or 4. Half the time I went with my dad. Piece of shit that guy is. And the other, yeah, I was in Macon.
Okay.
But my dad
both.
moved to Monroe County, which is like right north of Macon. So complicated story there. Anyway, when I was with my mom, where we lived, there was a couple of different people there that I connected with. We were really good friends. And we were really into a game called Fire Emblem, or a series called Fire Emblem. And,
Were you Roy, my boy?
no, it was more like Ike and
Oh.
other kids. So
Well,
we used to like
I don't know
role
why-
play. We used to role play as the different characters there. And so we got we figured out how to do these like stick sword things, right? And so I found a good stick in the woods. And I was like, I haven't done this in 15 years. And I was like, swing the damn thing around. And it's like, this is actually a good arm workout. It's fun too.
Now you just need to find a partner and then you go from there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, drag the old friend group back out in the woods and do it.
Hey guys, want to go out to the woods for some sword fighting? That actually sounds a little sketchy now that I say it out loud.
Oh,
That's gotta be a euphemism or something.
I
What?
have a story.
No, there's no euphemism, guys.
Well, if you want to drop the euphemism, I have a story that is very similar to that.
Go ahead. No, we have to do it now.
So about a month ago, I met this guy, this old guy. He was at the college, and he was, what the fuck?
Now I want to hear the story.
What is the emoji shit?
For our listeners, Noah is spamming the Skype emojis, which
Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. I
floods
want
the
to hear the story. You
screen.
met this older guy in the woods and you started sword fighting him?
No. Anyway, so this guy, I met him because you can walk out of the college and whatever, and he was just walking his dog, and so I met him out of the blue one day. I was just striking up a conversation. So we met a couple more times, and we're walking through the woods, and I shit you not, this guy, his name is Andy, and he goes out in the woods with me, and he literally, we're at a creek, whips it out on the other side of the creek. And he's just going to town. He's stroking. He's like, oh yeah, it feels good, right? And I was like, okay, you do you, bro, over there, while I'm over here just like
leaving.
Playing. I mean, honestly, I thought about leaving, but the other part of me was like,
no, there's no other part of you.
The other part of me was like, when you get a train wreck and you can't look away. That was like, well, I wasn't looking at it, but like,
was he bigger than you?
No.
I meant like physically. Like
no.
Could he beat you up?
Fuck no.
Okay,
oh, dude.
Then, okay.
No, but that was an interesting experience.
Not what I meant, Daniel.
So yeah, that was definitely an experience with that guy. Okay. He's actually, honestly,
don't say nice
aside
guy.
from that, he's a pretty nice guy.
Oh,
it's just,
God, he said it.
It's just a weird thing that happened there. So weird shit happens around me all the time, though, I will say. So I'm kind of used to it.
I don't know if that's. You should.
Oh, I have worse stories. Trust me, I have a treasure trove.
I'm afraid that I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably not appropriate for the podcast here,
okay.
Unless you guys want to go deep.
Yeah. No.
I can feel the cringe in your voice. Thank you.
We'll do an after. We'll have to have a secret after hours show for that. Yeah.
Adult Swim.
The only weird thing that's ever happened to me is I was assaulted with a hamburger in my hand.
Oh. Okay.
Remember that, Daniel? You weren't there, but I told the story. I was just eating a hamburger. Some guy stood up in a booth next to me, just slapped the burger out of my hand.
The fuck?
Yeah, and he was like, anger problems. And then,
venting his anger right at you.
He punched the manager in the face and got arrested. Yeah.
Dude. So he had to slap your burger out of the hand first. He couldn't just go punch the manager first.
Oh, there was about 30 minutes in between the slapping the burger and then punching the manager in the face.
Oh, okay.
Like he went outside, they came back in 10 minutes later, put a $100 bill on my table, said sorry, sat back. It hit it right in my stomach. It was bad, yeah.
Dude.
He's also like a local injury attorney and is on like a billboard outside my house.
Oh my god, okay, so he lost the case, right? He's like, God damn
I don't know, man. I've also seen him 2 times since then. Did I tell you that? So this was about a year ago, or this was like in February, March, and I saw him at a Hawks game like last month. And then I saw him at a restaurant like a couple months ago. It was weird.
Well,
yeah, it's coming back to me.
I'm afraid he recognizes me. I'm afraid he recognized me.
Oh, that's the guy I slapped the hamburger at. Hey, it's Hamburger Man.
That's the night I got arrested.
Oh.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if he actually went to jail because I tried not being a part of it. Like I didn't go outside to see what happened. All of it happened outside afterwards.
Oh.
I stayed inside.
Nuclear fallout.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the booth next to me. I'm watching the TV. The guy stands up. A millisecond later says, "Fuck you for looking at me," and then just slaps the burger out of my hand into the booth behind me. And so I stopped looking at him.
Smack. Wow. That is just unnecessary.
My dad was like, I was with my dad. He's like, "Did you say something to him?" I'm like, "No."
No. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got plenty of stories of just weird shit now. So that weird shit attracts to me for some reason. Same with my mom. It was just like our family's cursed or something.
Are you a foster child?
No, but my last name is Foster.
No, so that was the joke.
No,
I'm just kidding. It was terrible.
Nah, it's fine.
I'm sure someone has said that before.
No one said that. No one has ever said that.
That's not a thing? Oh, wow. At least I'm original. Wait, he hasn't answered.
Oh my god, that's great. Actually, I don't know if anyone's ever told me that.
Okay, cool.
Do that joke.
I'll take bad jokes, but original.
Yeah. You gotta start somewhere, you know? My terrible sense of humor is, I'll get a lot wrong, but every now and then I'll have a zinger.
Oh yeah, it's the same with me.
Mm-hmm.
But I get it wrong on purpose.
Yeah, I'm always wrong.
Yeah, we know.
If everyone's always wrong, you're right. That's how it works. You just negate.
It's gotta be it. It's everyone else's fault.
Oh, we got fucked up solitaire in the background.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright, yeah, I think we've reached that point. Maybe we should end it now that Noah's gone fully off the rails. The emojis is always the start of it.
My story didn't do it enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you for the Santa laughing emojis.
Yeah, there's still like Christmas themed emojis.
But it's January.
It's still winter.
Well, I guess it is still winter, but it's not still reindeer winter.
Maybe it is reindeer. You know, reindeer are people too. The song reference from Frozen 2.
I've never seen either Frozen.
It might be from Frozen 1. It might be from Frozen 1.
I've seen things that are frozen, but I still have screenshots of other people. I used to just take screenshots of other people and then use that as my background during these podcasts.
Nice.
I think most of them are me. They got all baby.
Oh, probably.
We've got a montage of Daniel's beautiful face, so.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I used to take a picture of Daniel every day at band practice. At 420.
It's a compliment.
I remember sniping. That was.
Oh yeah, those were the days.
I thought it was creepy as fuck at first because it was like, what the hell? People are like
stalking
me to.
I notice everything.
Noah's very good at that. At being creepy.
I am. I'm good at stalking. Well, not stalking, but just finding.
Seek and ye shall find.
All right, so, yeah. Are we done here? Anything else you guys want to bring up?
Daniel's like, please God, end it.
What happened?
Can't be too long.
There we go.
Well that's a great closer right there. That is.
You got new earphones.
I did. That's from probably years ago, right? That's got to be like 2020.
No, it's not years ago because it's still this computer. Or maybe it saved.
That's I think my old computer. I think that's the old. Yeah, I think that's before I got this new one.
Oh, okay, no, I meant that's the pictures on my computer. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat dinner.
All right. Well, it's nice catching up with you, Noah.
Yeah.